Today I'm going to talk to you about 5 different types of people we meet. In our life we'll meet various different people, and every time we meet someone we have to know how we're going to deal with that person, because every time we meet someone there's an encounter and there's a relationship that we can benefit from. And we have to know the difference between an encounter and a relationship, because if not, we'll be having encounters with people we should be building relationships with, and we'll have relationships with people we should just have encounters with. So with that understanding, we're going to have to talk about the 5 different types of people that we'll meet. Now, first let me talk about the encounters. Encounters are different from relationships. Encounters are just momentary times we'll meet someone in our life that will teach us or give us an understanding about people and even about ourselves. Now, these aren't things that we build relationships off of, but they're the things that we have to understand others and understand relationships and how to work things out. So when we encounter someone, it's just a momentary situation. Now, relationships, that's different. These are people that we meet and they'll add substance to our life. They'll add meaning to our life. They'll add purpose to our life. Now, although they can have sometimes telling us things that we don't want to hear, it'll always be to help us to grow as a person. So relationships are built off of that. Whereas again, encounters, they're just momentary situations that teach us about people and even about ourselves. Relationships always add substance to our life. So with those 2 precepts, let's go on and talk about the 5 different types of people that we'll meet. The first type of person that we'll meet will be a rejecter. Now, this person we'll come across will reject all of our ideas and all of our dreams and all of our goals. They'll just cast it down as if it's not important at all, or if it doesn't have any significance. Those will be the rejectors. We have to be mindful that those are people that we will encounter, and they will sometimes tell us something that will be informative, but they'll in the end reject all of our ideas and all of our information. The next type of person that we'll meet will be the reducers. They will be the person who, they won't reject your idea, but what they'll do is they'll reduce it down to a commonality, as if to say what you're doing isn't that great or what you're doing isn't that grand. But that's not the case, because if it was so, then everybody would be doing it. Your great ideas are your great ideas, and keep going for them. Don't let the reducer try and reduce your great ideas to something common as if to put it on their level so that they can think that they could do it too. No, it's your great idea. Keep going for it. Don't have it in a relationship with a reducer, because they'll reduce all your dreams. And then the next group of the people that we'll meet, will be a reflector. Now, this person that we'll meet is rather interesting, because they'll reflect everything that you do. They'll seem similar, they'll seem to agree with what you're doing. And at times you're going to have to examine this type of person very carefully, because although we want someone to catch our vision, and although we want to mentor people, a reflector can end up being a reducer if they don't add substance to your life. They can be a reducer because they'll just imitate you. And you know what the expression goes, if 2 people are the same, one of them aren't necessary. So we have to be mindful of the reflectors. They'll reflect and show everything that we'll do. Now, a reflector also can transition themselves being a person who we can build a relationship with, called a refiner. A refiner is somebody who just takes your idea, again, they'll reflect it, but they'll add substance to it. They'll add meaning to it. They'll add purpose to it. So then you have someone who's refining your vision, who's helping to build you up, who's helping to encourage you. So then we see that a reflector, again, has that dual responsibility of being an encourager or an encounter, or being someone who can be a relationship building person. So we take that to understand that a reflector can become then a refiner. And a refiner is someone we definitely want to build a relationship with, because they sharpen us. And then a final group of people that we'll meet will be refreshers. This will be someone who always comes along with an encouraging word, an inspiring word, an insightful word, who just gets you going. Always seems to have a motivational thing to say, always seem to have something of substance and value to add to your vision, to your goal. And those are the people, again, we just definitely want to build relations with, a refresher, who just refreshes your spirit. When we feel tired, they'll come and say, come on, keep on going. When we can't go the extra mile, they'll lift us up and give us the wind beneath our wings. So those are the people that we'll always, again, want to build relationships with, the refreshers. So, if we understand these 5 different groups of people, we can understand how to build relationships, and we can understand the difference and benefits of just encounters. There's the rejecter, who always will talk bad about you. There's a reducer, who will try and bring your visions and dreams down to a common level. There's a reflector, who will mirror what you're doing, but we want to be mindful that they have to add substance to our life if they want to be considered a refiner. And then also there's finally the refresher. When you understand these 5 different groups of people, we'll always be able to find ourselves on a pathway of success in dealing with others, and dealing with relationships, and dealing with encounters. So let's remember those 5 different types of people, and we know that greater days will be ahead.
My name is Minister Jeffrey Jones, and
And I want to bring with you good news about a book that I believe will be encouraging to your heart. It's a book that me and my good friend Rodney Green published called Words of Encouragement. This book is a book of daily devotions that we pray that will encourage your heart daily as you seek to be closer to God. So as you desire to spend quiet time with the Lord, pick up a copy of Words of Encouragement. God bless.